In this video, I'm going to talk about Kubernetes role-based access control and how Kubernetes brings clarity to applications in regards to RBAC. Whether you're running an in-house built or externally provided application, it's absolutely necessary to check which API permissions are granted to the application. We're going to check the GitLab Certificate Manager application. Let's drill down into the service account, cluster role binding, and the cluster role. In the Properties pane, you see the role configuration, as well as the visual view of permissions granted by the cluster role. The table shows API resources, namespaces, and permissions as columns. In this case, we have 7 roles bound to the service account. It's a pretty tedious task to check every single role. Fortunately, Kubevious provides a combined matrix view on the service account level, which includes permissions across all related roles and bindings. Some objects, like applications and namespaces, are marked with the spy icon. That indicates a permission grant to access Kubernetes API resources beyond the namespace scope. While that does not always constitute a misconfiguration, it might require you to pay closer attention to why such permission is granted and probably get it reviewed by InfoSec. An absence of the spy flag would give greater peace of mind because pods don't access resources beyond the namespace. Since Kubevious is running within your cluster, it's a good time to review the API resources it has access to. That's no surprise that Kubevious has API access beyond the namespace, and hence we have the spy icon. But out of the 4 applications, only the parser requires cluster-wide read-only permissions. Kubernetes is very modular, and roles can be reused across apps. Just like in the case of config maps, such as service accounts, roles, and bindings are marked with the shared by flag. That would mean that they're used elsewhere, and any changes would affect other applications as well. If this was useful and you want to see more tips on making Kubernetes safe to use, please consider sharing and subscribing to our channel below and giving us a thumbs up. Also, please comment below what you liked about Kubernetes RBAC view and if there is anything else you want to see more in Kubevious.